Hello and welcome to Temple Sounds YouTube website, and this is the next installment in regards to possibility of reincarnation, possibility of living life after life in various forms, various bodies, and basically almost like the ringing of a bell. Life is lived, and transitions out, the soul that is, to something else. We think that the soul incarnates for reasons all of its own, and that this planet here, the physical plane in general, is mostly a learning experience for the soul. Not all the experiences are pleasant or great, some of them are and some of them aren't. So eventually everything will be experienced, and the lessons learned and the direction clarified and back to the source. Who knows what that is? We will soon enough. Given the right amount of time, I would assume that we would get it all together in the end. So anyway, again, like the ringing of the bell, there's a certain amount of lives lived, a certain amount of progress undergone. And it is posited that it takes about 130 lives, somewhere in there, depending on the soul. Some souls get through it quicker than others. It takes about 3,500 years Earth time, about 5,000 years universal time, because there is a considerable amount of reevaluation and consideration between lives on the astral plane being where the soul goes to inhabit between the lives, to learn and gather what it needs to for the next life. So the astral plane is also kind of like the cosmic mush, if you will. There is no definition per se there, except for consciousness and emotionality. So kind of be noted that many so-called alien encounters are really the person sleeping and being on the astral plane, with not a lot of definitions. And not to say that there aren't alien encounters of some sorts here and there, but majority of them are probably astral contacts, connections, misinterpreted to that. So anyway, so let's assume that you live your life and then the body wears out, and then you go to the astral plane to hang out for a while without a body of a physical sort. You have an astral plane body, which is infinitely more malleable, and you can create your own reality out of astral matter very quickly. Physical plane takes a lot longer because it's more obdurate, but the astral plane, you can make your own heaven or hell in an instant, and then that has to be gone through before you see a little more clearly on things. So getting back to how long it takes to get through the Earth trip, physical plane trip, we would think about, let's average it out, 110 lives or so, and 15 lives. And the growth pattern seems to be divided into groups of 7, 5 on the physical plane, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of consciousness. The first level being, taking about 20 lives or so, being less knowledgeable about culture and things in reality, and after 20 lives are lived, then culture comes in and rigid religion, things like that, rigid thought forms, rigid ways of acting, but almost like the grade schooler, who doesn't know what college is about yet. So, in a soul development sense, 20 lives are lived there, and then the next 20 are lived in the ambitious phase, third phase. Worldly achievement, goals realized, hard work, wealth, power, status. And those for the next 20 lives. And then after that we get into the artistic and philosophical period, the next 20 lives. That's the fourth level. And this is where actually the most emotional pain is, because in a sense you've given up on your worldly achievements and are moving to something else, but have not yet been able to remove yourselves entirely, as you will in the fifth level, from the gravity, the attraction of culture in the physical plane. So in the fourth level you have emotional creations and incredible realities happening, but also incredible tension and incredible drama and incredible pain and suffering as well, in an emotional sense. And after that's gone through, the fourth level is probably the most difficult cycle on the physical plane to get through. Then you go to what's often known as the old soul cycle, the fifth cycle, and in that cycle anything goes. You've released yourself to a certain degree from constraints and barriers, and art and being, consciousness takes a stronger role in the life, and you're actually getting ready to leave the physical plane for good. So your karma and your connections, you are starting to settle all that and finish off. And many times you'll have people that are not particularly worried about having a job. They might be homeless people. They don't care about making $1 million anymore. They just hang out on the street. Not to say all homeless people are old souls, but quite a few might be. So we have also individuals that are more attracted to being painters and artists and poets and musicians. And in the third cycle, a musician might be a famous rock star, and in the fifth cycle, 40 lives later, they might just be into some kind of avant-garde or jazz or classical, something that requires more from them. So there we have it as a brief synopsis of the evolution of the soul through usage of physical bodies, from rigidity to accomplishment to pain, but creation through that pain to the release in the final cycle. And maybe 100 bell rings, 125 bell rings like this, each lasting 20 to 80 years. Takes about 5,000 years, Earth time. Actual incarnation time, 3,500 years or so. And when you're done, like these bells, when you're done, you're done. You don't have to come back. Okay, that's it for now. Have a great weekend. It's a Saturday here. Nice sunny day on the East Coast. Peace to you.